We're here today with an exclusive interview series with CD2 congressional candidate Chuck Wooten. And of course, the first question that's going to come up is, who is Chuck Wooten? Would you like to introduce yourself to the people?
I'd be honored. Thank you very much. I'm a pretty simple guy. I'm an ordinary American, like most people that are watching this video. And I started out in a military family. My father was in the Air Force, and he was in the Air Force for 20 years, which was wonderful because we got to travel the world, and I really enjoyed that. And when it came time for me to make a decision in my life, I joined the Air Force too. As a matter of fact, I joined the same month that he retired, so it essentially was a family business. And then once I was on active duty, then I got to travel the world yet again, and it was wonderful. And I had a really great career. And I've mentioned many times that the career that I had, I attained the highest enlisted grade, Chief Master Sergeant, and my last assignment was a Command Chief Master Sergeant. And that has opened so many doors for me, just based on the experience, because even after I retired, was heavily recruited into corporate America. And always, in some form or fashion, every position that I've ever had, I've stayed connected with the American warfighter in one capacity or another, either by supporting them, working with companies that supported them, or things of that nature. So that's what I wanted to tell you about. That is, I've been around the world a few times, so I have an interesting perspective of things. On a personal side, I'm married, and I've got 3 grown children. We've got 3 grown children. I better correct that before she sees it. And they're doing very well. One of them is serving in the Air Force. One's a musician. One's a model. And so we've got quite a stable family life, and we love it. We're very active in our church. And on personal side, I like to play golf. I'm not very good at it, but I do like to play. I don't get to play very, very much, but when I do get a chance to, I like to donate some balls. I also am a classic car enthusiast, and I own an old Corvette, and I like that very much too. So I'm really kind of a car nut.
Not Jay Leno quality. You don't have 1,000 of them.
No, some of my friends do though, but no, I don't. But it certainly is a passion of mine. I moved to Tucson for the first time in 1981, and I was actually brought in as part of the deactivation crew for the Titan II missiles that were at Davis-Monthan. And that was just a wonderful experience going through all that, and that was essentially the beginning of the end of the Cold War. And so I've got a lot of stories about that as well. And it brought me back to Tucson because of all the places that I'd been when I was on active duty. Tucson, Arizona, I just never quite got out of my system. And we came back here on golf vacations. We'd come back on vacations, period. And every time we'd come back, I'd have a heavy heart when I left, no matter where we were living at the time. And so eventually, about 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now, we decided to just quit messing around and get things in order and just move out here. And so this is home. We live in Corona de Tucson, and we love it. We're not going anywhere.
Well, thank you, Chuck. There are a few things in there I didn't know about you, and I'm glad to know them. Any of our viewers who would like to know more about the candidate can either Google CD2 Chuck Wooten or simply check out his website at wooten2014.com.